What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a head-to-head challenge with the Technics AZ60s. They're going to go up head-to-head against the Bowers and Wilkins PI7s. I haven't done a head-to-head between these two before, so this should be a good one. So strap in, because here we go. All right, we're back in. We've got the head-to-head about to go on here. We've got the Technics AZ60s versus the Bowers and Wilkins PI7s. This is a subscriber request video. Shout outs to Jonathan Barnes. He wanted to see these two go mano a mano and see what they've got going on for them. All right, so first, let's go ahead and let's talk turkey here. As far as how much these cost, the Technique AZ60s, they started when they first came out at $229.99. They are now $197.99 on Amazon. Of course, with the and I believe on their webpage as well, if I can remember, I think they are right around that price now. As far as the PI7s, they started at $399. Then now they're on that. Excuse me, they are at $389, both on uh, Bowers and Wilkins website as well as on Amazon. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look around these guys, starting with the case. With the Techniques, the AZ60s, the case is a pill shape, almost like a matte silver coloring on it. Feels like a little plasticky feel, but still quality case. Very pocketable because of the size, and of course you have your LED button here in the front, and you've got your USB-C cable ports in the back for charging. And if you open it up, there is no reset button or pairing button on the inside. But of course, you've got the Technique branding here also. So it's a, like I said, very small, soft feeling case, almost slippery, but definitely pocketable. We go ahead and take a look at the PI7's case. I like the white and gold with the white and gold contrast, the blend there. Of course, then you got the white labeling at the top, so it's a very elegant look. I like the matte white uh, casing, so you don't get no fingerprints on it. Very soft. Also, very this is a slippery. This is definitely a slippery case. This has some little bit of grip to it, but this is definitely a slippery case for the PI7s. Um, the top, the lid, very flimsy, just like on the well, I guess this has a little bit more, not much stiffness to it as compared to the PI7. This is a very uh flimsy case, but or a lid rather. Um, but of course, it's still a very elegant. Look at me, I'm about to drop it again. Then you have your very pocketable because of how thin it is overall. It does thin out and then get thick towards the top, but it's still very pocketable. You can slide it in with no issues. All right, as we take a look here, we've got the LED light here. Let me flip that on so you can see it's on. And of course, you've got the USB-C charging port here. And of course, you have a function button here that we will discuss later on because this has a purpose. And then on inside, you have your, with the earbuds, you have your reset slash pairing button. So let's go ahead and take one of these out. Okay. Be once. We're back in. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something. Like I said, we're going to take each earbud out and we're going to take a look at them, compare them to each other. All right. As you can see, the Techniques earbud, they're almost similar as far as form factor, almost sort of. In my opinion, they both have that ergonomic curve to the back, which sits on the ear well. Uh, both of them seem kind of thick, chunky rather. The AZ60 more so than the PI7 because the PI7 has like a top pedestal where the touchpad is right on top of there. Of course, as you can see, if you look around, you can see the noise canceling microphones on each of them. Uh, I think this one is more of a microphone for voice, um, whereas the microphone for voice is here on the Techniques, I believe. And just both of them very elegantly, very well designed. Um, as far as the Techniques go, like I said, they got the ergonomic curve that sits in your ear well, quite comfortably. And they got the big touchpad, so you really can't go wrong in tapping on that or finding it in your ear and executing the commands that you want. Uh, as you look at the PI7 earbud, again, another elegant, crafted, unique style earbud. You got the ear well, the curve for the ergonomics there. Let me turn it this way so you can it seems better. Okay, and of course, like I said, you got that pedestal here. Of course, it has Bowers and Wilkins around it. Very attention to detail is top notch here, as you can see. But of course, you got the pedestal here, and then this is where your touchpad is. Again, it sticks out, protrudes out from the base of the from the body of the earbud. Not like the Techniques where it's part of it. So that way, again, you cannot miss tapping on this and finding why it's in your ear. Same thing with the Techniques, just because of the large surface area, it'll make it hard for you to miss that as well. So what I'm gonna do is we'll go ahead and pop these in. Excuse me, and we're gonna take a quick picture just to show you how they look in the ear. Actually, let me see here. All right, here we go. We're gonna start off. Oops. Let me put that back. We're gonna start off with the PI7s, and as you can see, it sits in the ear well. It doesn't fill the whole thing up. As you can see, there is some space in here, but once you twist and lock it into place, it sits very comfortably and is very securely. You can run, you can jaw, you can work out, you can chew. You don't have to worry about that bottom coming out. Very secure fit, very comfortable fit too. Both of them feel very light in the ear, and I don't feel type of any type of pressure as far as because of the seal. No pressure in my ear because of it. All right, let me go ahead and pull up the PIs. Well, excuse me. Let me get the AZ60s. Go ahead and grab that. All right, and again, you have the AZ60s here. Notice how it fills up the entire ear well, completely covers it, gives you that twist and lock feel into it. Again, no pressure. I feel no pressure as far as having the my ear canal sealed for noise canceling and everything. But very big. Of course, you can see how big the touchpad is, so you really don't have a problem executing any commands with it. But very comfortable. Both of them are very light in the ear, and they feel good. Like I could use both of these. I've used them, for extended periods of time. I have not experienced any type of ear fatigue or irritation. Excuse me, with these earbuds. So to me, they feel very good in the ear and everything. So let me go ahead and pull these out. So I feel like I'm yelling because of the connection there. All right. Excuse me. All right. So now, as we do that, we can go ahead and talk specs now. Uh, with the AZ60s, they are running with Bluetooth 5.2. PI7s is running Bluetooth 5.0. Of course, the PI7s were released earlier than the AZ60s, of course, uh, but that would be the reason why. Now, as far as codec, both of them support SBC and AAC. However, the Techniques support LDAC, whereas the PI7 support aptX adaptive, high HD, low latency, and classic. So they pretty much got you covered as far as gaming and I guess high definition audio and things of that nature and all those types of things. So that's a very full package that you come with the with the PI7s. However, the Techniques, the LDAC is high res audio. So again, they do come with that type. They do support that type of codec, which is very good, which is great. Sony uses it. Actually, it's Sony's proprietary, but they I guess uh, use it as well. So it's a very good codec to have. Either one of those, one of these, you cannot go wrong with when it comes to the codec supported. Okay, as far as ANC, both of them have active noise canceling, and it's good. Both of them are good. Both ANC features are good on the earbuds. Uh, the AZ60s have what they call a dual hybrid noise canceling system, whereas the PI7s have an adaptive ANC system. All right, so like I said, they're both very good. I mean, good to very good in my opinion. They're not on the level of like Sony or Bose or anything like that, but they're very good. All right, so then we've got going to battery. As for the Technique AZ60s, now you have two different types of battery levels depending on what you're using. If you're doing with like AAC, uh, you can have up to approximate 7 hours with the noise canceling on, 7.5 hours with noise canceling off. Now, with the case, you can get up to about 24 hours with the noise canceling on, 25 hours with the noise canceling off. Now, on the flip side of that, if you're using LDAC, if you have your phone that supports LDAC and you want to use that codec for audio, you can get approximately 4.5 hours off the earbuds with noise canceling on, 5 hours with noise canceling off, and up to in approximately 16 hours when you with noise canceling on when you include the charger. And if you have noise canceling turned off, you can get up to approximately 17 hours if you're using LDAC with the case. Now that's a lot to go by, but I love the fact that they give you those numbers and stuff like that. Now, if you go over to the PI7s, you can get up to 4 hours on the earbuds, which is probably some of the lowest numbers on any of my earbuds as far as battery life for them. However, you can get up to 20 hours of playback time when you include the charger. So you probably have like four extra charges. You have the initial 100% charge, and you can put it back in there for about another 4 times to get charged up. But then again, you have to understand this is contingent on how loud you have these earbuds and if you have noise canceling turned on with the PI7s, because I've already mentioned the battery life with the AZ60 with ANC on. All right, so both cases support wireless charging. Well, no, I'm sorry. Only the PI7 support wireless charging. The AZ60 case does not. You can only charge it with the USB-C port and cable that comes with it. However, they both support quick charge. 15 minutes will give you just over about 15-minute charge will give you about 70 minutes of playback time with the AZ60s, and this is with ANC on. With ANC off, you can get about 80 minutes. And if you're using LDAC, 15 minutes will get you 45 minutes of playback time with noise canceling on, 50 minutes with noise canceling off. So there's a lot to think about when it comes to using the Technics, the AZ60s, um, when it comes to that, as far as battery life. Now, as far as charging, a quick charge with the PI7s, quick charge 15 minutes would give you 2 hours of playback time, which is the best that I've seen in any earbuds that I have, as far if that support the quick charge feature. To getting 2 hours back, that's pretty impressive. Only on it with only a 15-minute charge. Um, so you can definitely use these all day, if you use them independently, and take advantage of that quick charge feature. So as far as water resistance, the, the AZ60s are IPX4 water resistance, whereas the PI7s are IP54 rated. So you can take them both to the gym. You can get caught in the rain. That's fine with these guys, with either one of them. As far as fast pairing, PI7s definitely supports fast pairing, whereas I'm not sure about the AZ60s. I know once I pulled them out and they connected right away, but there's nothing stating if they do support fast pairing. So I'm going to go on and say no unless I find out otherwise. But still, like I said, I never had a problem connecting them to either my laptop or my tablet or my cell phone when I initially got them. Okay. And as far as special features, the AZ60s support multi-point pairing and connecting, so you can use these, uh, have them connected to two devices at one time and be able to switch between them, which is a very useful tool, a very something that I cherish in these newer earbuds, especially in my workplace. So I really like that feature in these. As far as the PI7s, you do not have that feature. Of course, running 5.0, that feature is not introduced in that. However, you do have audio retransmission feature with the case, and what I mean by that is say for instance you're on a flight or you're somewhere you're trying with a device that does not have Bluetooth functionality. So what you can do is uh, the excuse me, I'm flipping over my words here. I really think this is cool though. The PI7s comes with a case that has a 3.5 millimeter jack on it, so you can go ahead and plug that in, uh, plug the USB-C port end of it here into the port here, and of course you would have the earbuds in, and you will go ahead and press this button here in this here at the here in the front, and what will happen is it will retransmit the audio to your earbuds via the Bluetooth connection between the earbuds and the case. That way, you can use your own earbuds to listen to an in-flight movie, or if you're listening to a radio that does not have Bluetooth, or any device that does not have a Bluetooth capability, you can just plug it right in there and hit the button there, and then just go ahead and listen to it that way. It's a uh, very cool feature. It's I only think the tone free LP9s, FP9 rather. I think they're the only ones that I know that's has that feature so far. If you think of any other devices or any other earbuds out there that does that feature other than them two, just go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I'd like to check those guys out as well. All right, so with that being said, uh, we will go in. What we're going to do, we're going to go and get these guys paired up. We're going to take a walk through their app and each app and see what they got going on for them. So stay strapped in because, all right, we're back in. And as you can see, I have the AZ60s already paired up. So what we want to do, we're going to go ahead and jump into their app. Oh, excuse me. It is where you at? Is it this one? Yep, Technique. No, I have the Panasonic ones, and they have the similar app too. So I have to sometimes. All right, so now we're all jacked in. We're in. As you can see, we got the name of the device of the earbuds at the top, and then of course we got pictures of both the left and right, and the battery and strength for each earbud. Now, as you can go in, as you can see, we got noise canceling here. If we tap on that, it will take us to the ambient sound control. And if you notice at the bottom, we went from the home page, we went in there, we went to ambient sound, ambient, got sound control, so it took us into there. Now, of course, with ambient sound, you got noise canceling, you got off, and you got ambient sound. And then, of course, with noise canceling and ambient sound, you have this dial where you can go to max strength for your noise canceling, or you can dial it all the way back to minimum strength, or anywhere in between there. Okay, of course, with the ambient sound, if you tap on that, you get options here. You've got attention. You tap on that, you can either go transparency. I'm a little bit far behind the camera. You get transparency mode, or you got attention mode. Transparency will allow everything in all your surroundings, all the sounds around you, and nothing will change. As far as when you're talking, attention sound is basically when you're on the phone, you got ambient sound coming on, but if you start talking, it will focus on your voice only, and basically lowering the ambient sound around you. Okay, so I like to leave it on attention just in case I'm talking. If I'm in the ambient mode, all right, we're gonna put that back on noise canceling. All right, and of course you have off, which turns off everything. All right, so we back out. We go down to sound enhancement. Turn that on. This is your graphic equalizer. Right now, we have it off because of the sound tests. And of course, you got bass. It will turn that. Then you got vocals. These are all presets. Okay. Then you've got treble plus. Then you got dynamic. And of course, you got custom. And then you can go ahead. That gives you your graphic equalizer that you can change for yourself. As you can see, these are my custom settings. Again, like the V shape gives me everything I need when I'm in there. But for right now, if you want to go ahead and try that, go ahead and pause the video here, and then set it up and come on back. So right now I have it set to off, because that way this is the EQ is not contributing to our findings when we talk about natural sound from the earbuds. All right, so we back out. Now you have your down here. You have your find your headphones, which will emit a sound, and in the earbuds, so that way they can be located. Let's see if it makes sound. All right, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the sound. That's the sound that they make. All right, I'll hit stop on that, or if you can go ahead and say find your location, you can hit that and it'll base it on your location feature. I guess your GPS on your phone. It would be able to triangulate where your earbuds are and let you know where they are in case they get stolen and someone's trying to wear them or anything of that nature. Or if you like lose one in the house or something like that, and you can't hear it, and then All right, so moving on, you got just my voice feature, which is very cool. You tap on that, and then of course you can go ahead and do a just my voice test. You can record voice to be heard. And you can just go ahead and try that. Delay time 1 second. I have mine set for 1 second delay, and I try to have just my voice on. And then it only starts when you begin talking, like when you're talking on the phone. Like I said, it will definitely make your voice clear when you're on a phone call, and that way your person on the other end can hear you much cleaner and everything like that. Especially, it works great when you're in a crowded situation. All right, so if we go to settings, excuse me, Go into settings. Of course, you got your introduction. You got your voice prompts. Okay, I have, of course, there's your languages. Of course, I have it set for English. And of course, I'm sorry, let me go back in. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of other ones you can select from. Then, of course, you got your headphone name. Here, you can change the name of your earbuds. And then, of course, you got your earbud color. I have the silver. I really wish I had the black. I might just go ahead and get them anyway. Then, of course, you can add headphones to it. So if you say, for instance, if I get the black AZ60s, I can go ahead and add them through this section here. I can go ahead and add them uh, to the app so that way they can be used that way. And of course, use other headphones. Like if I wanted to switch, as you can see, I have the AZ70Ws, and if I wanted to switch, say for instance, I had them up here, and if I wanted to switch to them and start using them, I can go ahead and switch over and to those earbuds, and then allow the AZ60 to charge, and I can just keep on going with those earbuds. Okay, and then of course find my earbuds, the same thing that I showed you on the front page. Then of course you move down, you got your system. You can auto turn off. I have mine set to 10 minutes. What will happen is after that 10 minutes of inactivity, the earbuds will shut off. Like if, for instance, like I have them sitting here like this, they will shut off. Or if I have them in my ear and I'm not listening to anything within 10 minutes, they will shut off, because there is no way, they do not have a in-ear sensor to detect when they're in your ear or not. So they will just shut off after 10 minutes of inactivity. And you can just go ahead and tap the earbud pad to wake them up and get them to reconnect and everything. All right, of course, you got the blinking blue LED. I have that turned on, and what that is that LED. You see it flash? That little blink there, that's the blue LED. That's a Bluetooth LED. You can turn that off. That way you don't, see it, but I leave it on just so that I know it's connected. And of course, you have your connection modes. You tap on that. You can prioritize sound quality. If you have LDAC, you'll go ahead and hit that, trip that switch. That way you can utilize LDAC, the LDAC feature in your phone, and then get that high res, the high definition audio. But if because my phone has AAC, I leave it on prioritize sound quality. But if you use SBC, like if you have the I guess SBCs with like your Apple phones, your iPhones, and things of that nature, you can go ahead and select SBC and can prioritize connectivity if you want to. All right, so let me see, where are we? All right, suppression of sound and delays. I have mine basically. You choose according to the intended use of your earbuds. I have mine to suppress sound daily. And basically what happens is it helps with latency when you're watching a video and everything like that. Video, or especially if you're like watching something on YouTube or Netflix, you want that. So that way that latency, delays, that latency is eliminated between. And of course, I have multi-point turned on so I can use these earbuds with two different devices at once. Then of course you got your sound controls, your operations and stuff. So you tap on here, and you have for your touchpad, your left and right. Okay, I have them both single tap at play pause. Double tap on the left will lower sound. Triple tap will increase the sound on the left, and then on the right, on the left, if you tap and hold, it will bring up the voice your assistant. Excuse me. On the right, play pause is a single tap. Double tap to skip a track. Triple tap on the right to reverse track, to go to the previous track rather. Then touch and hold is for my noise canceling, to cycle through those options. Now, of course, with the phone, you switch it over to there. Then you got single tap to pick up, touch and hold to make the call go to voicemail. Then, of course, while you're in the call, double tap will you can lower the volume. Triple tap holds the volume. On the right side, double tap will put the phone call on mute. And triple tap will do noise reduction, basically for you. That way, your ambient sound is not coming through and everything of that nature. So very, you got control of everything on here, which I very like. I do like, and of course you got the restore the defaults. If you want to go back to the default values, you can go ahead and hit that, and it will reset everything for you. All right. So then moving on, you got your ambient sound modes. Well, actually, let's go back here. Touch sensor noise canceling. This will cycle you through when you're using the double tap, or the triple tap, or excuse me, no, it's not even triple. It's the tap and hold on the right earbud. That's how I have it set up. It will cycle between noise canceling and ambient sound. You can have it either turn them all off. I never check that. It's either going to be one or the other for me. So I like the fact that you can go ahead and make that decision instead of it being by default, like on some earbuds. So you'll be able to go ahead and do that with this one. You can set it up how you like it. And then, of course, you've got, let me make sure. Okay, so we're ambient sound modes. Of course, same thing as in the front. You got transparent and you got attention. You can just go ahead and select which one you want. Of course, I got attention there, just like on the home page. Optimizing noise canceling. Now this will this will adjust to how much noise canceling you want. Okay, adjust to a position with the least noise. So I have it turned all the way up. So that's for the least noise possible that I can get. Of course, when you do this, it will once you make this change, it will restart your earbuds. So that way that change becomes effective immediately. All right. So then of course you got your level of background reduction. Of course, this is for your phone calls. How strong do you want your background reduction to be? I have mine on strong as opposed to normal because I want to make sure everybody can hear me properly when I'm using the earbuds. All right, then of course you got your voice assistant. I have Google Assistant. Obviously you can see they have Amazon Alexa already built in, but since I use Google Assistant with this one, I put on a voice assistant on your phone. That way you don't have to worry about it, or you can turn it off. That way you don't even have to worry about using a voice assistant at all with the earbuds. Then of course you got your maintenance. You got a website for maintenance and everything. Maintenance and notifications, like if you have updates or anything, I have that turned on so that way I'm already notified. And then of course you got your help section, website for help, hints on use, headphone information, about the application, and then okay, contact us for only in the US for like customer service or anything of that nature. And that is it for the app for the Technics AZ60s. Very detailed, very feature packed. I love the fact that they have a graphic EQ that you can play with, besides having their presets already set up for you. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and get these swapped out. We're going to put the PI7s, get them paired up, and then we're going to take a dive into their app. So stay strapped in. All right, we're back in, and as you can see, we've got the PI7s already paired up. So let's go ahead and dive into their app. That's not the one. That's the one. Jeez. Okay, there we go. Finally, we're in. All right, so we can go ahead and tap to connect. All right, we're in. Let me slide this down. As you can see, you got a picture of both earbuds here. Then we slide it up. You got, I don't know why it's not recognizing the left earbud, but you got the right one. Let me go ahead and put this back in so that it will be recognized. Here, oops, here on the app. Up there it is. Okay, a little delay there. All right, so now of course you've got you had the picture of the earbuds, and now of course you've got the power, the left, right, and earbud and case, excuse me, and the battery strength of each. Moving down, you've got the noise canceling option. I have it turned on. But here in the middle, you have auto, which will basically is their adaptive noise canceling feature. You can turn that on, and then what will happen is, of course, with adaptive noise canceling, it will adjust the strength of the ANC based on your location and your ambient sound. I just leave it turned off. Okay, and then of course you have ambient pass through. If you turn that on, you can excuse me, turn that on, then it'll give you basically how much ambient sound you allow in. You can go up to as far up to maximum, so you can let a lot of ambient sound in, or you can move down to negative to the far left, which is negative. So that's means the least amount of ambient sound. When I'm have that in there, I like to have it like somewhere here in the middle where it's neutral. Oops, let me go back and leave it sat there. So that's always a good thing to have. But then, of course, you can turn that off. Normally, if you have that, you can have all these on at one time, which is kind of weird. But I turn that off when I'm dealing with noise canceling. But say if I'm out walking, then I'll have that turned on so I can hear what's going on around me and don't get hit by a car or anything like that. All right, sliding over to the next page. It gives you your connect devices that you're connected to. Currently, obviously, I'm connected to my phone. I have my laptop and my tablet. You do not have multi-point connectivity with these earbuds, but you can switch which ones that you want to use. Like, say, for instance, I'm on my phone now, but I have my tablet up, and I want to switch from using the earbuds with my phone to my tablet. I just go ahead and select that, and then it will start to sync up, then pair up to my tablet, and then I can use it there. And of course, if you got the three dots here, tap on that. You can choose your connection, how you wanted to connect when you go to use them again. I have it set to last connected. You can designate which one you want them to connect to automatically when you pull them out. Like I said, I have it set to last connected, but then of course you can have a specific one that you wanted to connect to all the time when you pull them out. It's like, say for instance, I want them to be my Galaxy S Tab 8 Ultra. Then every time I pull it out, if the Tab S8 is turned on, it'll automatically connect to that one. So that's basically how that works. All right, so moving on to the next page, you have your soundscapes. Basically, these are sounds you can use. You put your earbuds in, you can play one of these and basically allow you to decompress, relax, maybe even go to sleep. But it's very relaxing, very calming sounds. You got different ones. You got the beach, you got crackling fire, you've got the stream by the mountains, you got a waterfall, you have rain, and you have just the sound of walking in the woods in the fall with the leaves rustling and everything like that. Very relaxing stuff there. And of course, if you hit the clock here, you could tell it. You bring up this screen here, it will tell you exactly how much time you want to use it. Either off, you got 5 minutes. Basically, if you turn it off, that means you don't have to worry about it turning off when you will just constantly run. Of course, that wouldn't do well with the batteries on the earbuds. But then you got 5 minutes, 10 minutes, all the way up to an hour. You can use it there, and then I just do mine. I just set it to 10 minutes, just so that there's something there. Or you can go ahead and turn it off, and you don't have to worry about the timer. Like I said, all right. So then, moving on to the final page, you do have where you can change the name. Tap on that. You can type in rename the earbuds. Let me back up because I want. All right, so let's say it still didn't, but you can do change the name here. I tried to change it, but it just went back to the PI. And then of course you got your wear sensor, because you do have that here in the app or in the phone, right here on the I don't know if you can see it, but the wear sensor is right there in the earbuds. So when you take the earbuds out, they will pause your audio, put it back in, your audio will resume. You can turn that off and on there. Then of course you got your software update screen where it'll update either the earbuds or in the case or one or the other, depending on when they roll out. It has been a while since they've received an update. So I'm wondering if they're going to get one again. And then of course you have about, which will give you information about the app and everything like that. Unfortunately, with the PI7s, they do not have a actual equalizer where you can adjust the sound. They do not come with one, but if you tap up here in the upper left corner, you do got other options you can look at, like your account. You can remove a product. Say, for instance, you lost a set or you gave a set away or something, and you no longer have them in your possession. You want to get them off your list. You can go ahead and remove them. App settings. This is for notifications and an analysis and the analytics. Analytics. This stuff will go back to Barrows and Wilkins, and they can study, I guess, any type of thing like your listening habits, how the earbuds are performing, so on and so forth. And of course, the notifications will allow you to notify you when there's an software update or new features added to the earbuds and stuff like that. They'll give you a notification for that. All right, and then moving on, you got support, which is basically customer service. You got privacy, and then you got legal documentation that you can tap on. It'll take you out to the websites where you can either read that the legal or privacy notifications information rather, or you can just download those files. Okay, and that is it for the Barrows and Wilkins app for the PI7s. What we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and run through mic test with both sets of earbuds, and then we're going to move on to the sound test. So stay strapped in. This is a mic test with the Barrows and Wilkins PI7s in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Barrows and Wilkins PI7 in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Barrows and Wilkins PI7s in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Barrows and Wilkins PI7s in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Technics EAH-AZ60 in a semi-quiet environment. This is a mic test with the Technics EAH-AZ60s in a semi-quiet environment. This is a mic test with the Technics EAH-AZ60s in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Technics EAH-AZ60s in a crowded location. All right, we're back in. We got the PI7s already paired up, so we can go ahead and start with them as far as the noise, the sound test. We're gonna go ahead and jump into our app, and we're gonna go and take a look at. We're gonna go in and we're gonna get a new song. Shout out to RonOnTech. He suggested this song for the audio test. It's I'm Still in Love with You by Al Green. So we're gonna go ahead and try that. That's gonna be our first song test. All right, we are at max volume for the PI7s. So here we go. Okay, it's a good uh, it's a good bass. Um, the vocals could be cleaner. Very nice. It's a nice sound, but you could definitely tell where it needs an EQ on in this song because it definitely could use it. It's a almost like a muddy sound. Uh, the sound separation could be better with these earbuds. Very classic song, man. Classic. classic. Um, but like I said, definitely need the vocals could be cleaner. Sound separation could be better. But I think when you clean up the vocals, I think the sound separation uh, in the mids come along with that, and the separation, in my opinion, would also be affected, and that would be better. This is like I said, this is the reason why the PI7s definitely need an app. That way you can make those adjustments, and these things would sound so much better if they had one. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into a new song, a different song. Um, we're gonna do uh we're gonna go into Run's house, Run DMC. Since we're doing old school, we're gonna keep it old school all the way through. So we're gonna do Run's house. Like I said, we'll hear the 808 drop. And here we go. Max volume. We in. See now, these things handle that bass very nice. Again, the vocals need to be adjusted to be cleaner and brought forward a little bit more in this song. But it handles that 808 bass like a champ. Now, I've just noticed, and I'll hold off on what I just noticed my until later. It handles the bass like a champ. The 808 bass drop is superb. Um, it could I it could get a little bit louder. This is the reason these guys really need an app. If the PI7s had an app, these things would be, you can definitely make the adjustments and they would sound phenomenal, but they do not. And I really wish that Barrows and Wilkins come out with an update on the app where you can use where they would include an EQ on it. It would be just fantastic that way. All right. I'm gonna say the rest for the my final thoughts. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get these swapped out, pair up the AZ60s, and run them through the sound test. So stay strapped in. All right, we're back in. We got the AZ60s already paired up. So what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and get into our song. First up, Al Green. All right, we are at max volume, as you can see. So let's go. All right, so okay, just as loud as the PI7s, but you can definitely tell the the vocals are more cleaner on the AZ60s, and the bass is, it's level. It's not overpowering, but it's definitely there, which is great. It sounds like more balanced sound than on the PI7s. And the musical separation from the instruments is great. It's great. You got that almost concert feel. You know, you got some instruments here and you got some instruments over here. Very nice. Then, of course, you got the background singers. Very nice. Just a good sound. Um, oops, it's definitely a good sound there. Uh, well balanced, clean vocals. good separation with the audio, with the instruments. Just a really good sounding right there. All right, so what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit Run's house up. Again, we're going to see how they do the 808. Max volume, and we go. Again, handles the bass just as good as the PI7s. Very nice. Very clean. Yes, definitely. Very nice. Very clean. Nice. The separation is great. The synthesizer is fantastic. Okay. The synthesizer, I said the synthesizer is fantastic. Just the separation, where you can pick out the synthesizer, the little like you can pick that out of the entire song. Is that clean? Um, with these earbuds, whereas with the PI7s, you couldn't peel that, you couldn't just focus on that one sound because of the muddiness of it all. Um, Again, very clean vocals, separation was good, was great. Um, Overall volume right on par with the PI7s. Um, it's just you could definitely tell the difference. So what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up, and then I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts. So stay strapped in. All right, we're back in with my final thoughts, and I have to admit the AZ60s, as far as overall sound quality, takes the win here. There is potential with the PI7s. They just need it. They need help with an equalizer. Uh, I don't know if there's a third party equalizer that supports these earbuds out there. Um, if there is, let me know in the comments. I'd like to check it, take a look, try it out, and see how it affects them. This the both of them handle bass well naturally. You don't have to worry if you're a bass head on it. You don't worry about it. These guys handle it well. They sound great with the heavier bass songs. Um, it's just that the bass on the PI7s is more put to the forefront, along with the vocals. Some things suffer when when that happens. Whereas with the AZ60s is a more of a balanced sound, um, as compared to the PI7s, and of course the vocals are more cleaner, and the sound separation is more cleaner than on the PI7s. But um, all in all, they're both two very good earbuds. Uh, some things are missing on one and some things are missing on the others. Like say, for instance, no wireless charging for the AZ60s, no in-ear detection sensor. For the AZ60s, and I thought at the price point they came out with, those two things would be standard, but apparently they are not. And like I said, for the PI7s, no EQ for them, and of course, but with Bluetooth 5.0, there was no multi-point pairing at that point in time anyway, so I'm not going to hold that against them. But other than that, outside of that, I would definitely go with the if I had to choose, I'd definitely go with the AZ60s. Um, Mainly because of the sound, obviously. Uh, but both of them are good earbuds. I just hope Bowers and Wilkins comes out with a update to the app, which includes an EQ that you can adjust these guys. Because if they had the EQ, these things would be um, up there easily in my top five without a shadow of a doubt, despite the fact of the battery life on the earbuds. All right. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you guys for stopping in. Once again, this is a subscriber request video. Shout out to Jonathan Barnes. Brother, I hope you enjoyed this little head-to-head that we got going on here. Thanks again for the suggestion. If any of you guys out there wanted me to want to suggest another head-to-head or anything, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll see to make that happen. One more thing, you guys can catch me on Amazon. Amazon. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter. Just type in at RonOnTech. Go ahead and follow me on both of those guys. That way you'll be in the know when I got new stuff that I'm going to be reviewing, new earbuds and hopefully some speakers down the road or other things we can grow the channel into, and we can that way you'll be notified by that. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to stick around and see what else I got coming out, I do got some unboxings. Excuse me, got a couple unboxings to do. I got a gauntlet request I got to run, and of course the I guess the Google Pixel Pro earbuds, or I think that's what their name is called. They're coming out this week. I'm gonna try to get those in on the channel. So if you want to see my unboxings and comparisons with those, hit subscribe, then hit the notification bell. So when those videos drop, you'll be notified, and we can keep the party going. All right. So once again, thanks for hollering at your boy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.